Broadcasting live from SETI Alpha 6 in the Andromeda Galaxy, this is Mr. C.
Well, happy Aloha Friday to you. Boy, has a week flown by. Love these 4-day weeks. So I could get used to them every week. How about you? Thumbs up if you can. Yeah, I see a lot of thumbs out there. Yep. Well, I'm wearing my blues hat because grandson Brayton is playing in his grand final match in just a few hours because it's tomorrow in Australia. It's Saturday in Australia. So anyway, if you want to pray for his safety, the team he's going to play has very big players. So anyway, I'm looking forward to talking to Brayton before the match. So yay, cooler air has arrived. The temperatures in Phoenix, over all of Arizona, are down about 20 degrees from 2 weeks ago. Isn't that wonderful? Mr. C, you think it could be just an early taste of fall weather, pre-fall weather maybe? Maybe it's going to warm back up next week in another 7 days to 104, but it looks like the nighttime temperatures are going to stay low. So I'm wondering if the severe heat isn't gone for good. I hope so. But anyway, I'm really thankful for this really cool air. It is an SSR. Hey, a few announcements before your test. If you haven't turned in assignments, get those in. By this weekend, I'm going to load up all the grades this weekend that are in the stackers. And if your grade isn't turned in or loaded up, so if it's not sent to me, it's going to go in as a 0. And then when you get it in the next week or so, the maximum you'll get will be 60, but it beats a 0. So anyway, get those in. Now, I am going to use up your freebie on an assignment of my choice if you don't have work in. That's my prerogative. So it's one of the bennies, the benefits of getting all your work in. You can use your freebie anytime you want, and my recommendation is to save it and then use it at a time of your choosing, not mine. Hey, just saying, is your journal up to date? If it's not, you remember probably the first week where I said I'm going to collect the journal and check to see that if you're taking notes, if it's up to date, you get a grade on it. So if your journal is not up to date, just saying. Now, I think maybe Mr. Gilbert has said, sometime next week I'm going to collect that baby. Yes, I am. Did you tell him when? No, I didn't. So anyway, up to you. Hey, science textbooks next week. We're going to use these next week. Bring them on Monday. So 7th grade, you're bringing your astronomy interactive science text and carry it with you every day to science starting next Monday. And 8th grade, cells and heredity. Cells and genetics, really. So anyway, get those in. So it'll be fun to get going in the textbook, although we've done a lot of good science. Hey, are you looking for those planet pairs? The 2 up there in the early morning, the 2 in the evening. Now, I told you earlier in the week that I have a science special on. I'm going to extend it to next week. 10 out of 10 on the early morning planet pairs and 10 out of 10 on the evening pairs. Parent signature, name the planets that you saw, and then turn it in the stacker. Say I wanted to show you this. One of the planets is very much like, there you see the camera. One of the planets of the 4 that you're looking at is very much like a mirror. So what would that be? It's got high reflectivity, high albedo, if you recall. So one of them like a mirror, and another one is rusty. So anyway, just saying about those two planets. One of them is like the mirror planet. I'm calling it the mirror planet. And the other one a rusty planet. How about the other two? Well, you know the major characteristic, I hope. All right, the test. Mr. C, have you written the test? Of course, you're getting it right now. And the test rules are in effect. Use your cover sheet, covering up your answers at all times. Sit up straight. Don't look to the left or to the right. Zero talking, no talking during a test. Now, it's a reading test. I've told you this before. Read the questions carefully. What am I asking? If you're not exactly sure what I'm asking, read it over a couple of times. Raise your hand during the test. Mr. Gilbert is motoring around the room. He can help with translation or interpretation. Don't forget, upper right-hand corner, name, date, period. Remember, you lose a point if you don't have your name up there. Costs you a point. You don't want to throw a point away. So name, date, period, every assignment that comes in. Now, it's not, the test is not a race. You probably don't want to be the first one to finish. Why not? Well, you want to be careful. You want to double check all your answers. When you're all done, go back and double check. Fight for every point. Get the highest score you can get. That's the goal. Not to finish first or second or third. If you're not sure of an answer, often the first answer that pops into your head after you go, I don't really know this. And then, an answer just popped in my head. Put that down. It's often right. And give me complete answers. Not just, the idea is not to try to give the shortest answer possible. Give me a nice complete answer. Show me that you can explain an answer to a question. That lets me know, that tips a teacher off, including me, that you really understand. So I'm just saying about that. So anyway, let's get rolling on the test. So hope you do well. And I think my grandkids are going to pop in here in just a minute to wish you luck and wish you a happy Aloha Friday. So anyway, I hope you have a great weekend.
Happy Aloha Friday and good luck on your test.